Some anime fights, they're just cool. But these fights, they didn't just break bones. They broke the entire story in half and rebuilt it from scratch. I'm talking about the battles that flipped the script, destroyed character arcs, and left us sitting in front of our screens like, wait, did that just happen? Today, we're counting down the 10 most important fights in anime that changed the story forever. Kicking off our list at number 10, Netero versus Meruem. And listen, this isn't just an old man getting his final boss fight. This is Hunter x Hunter telling you that power scaling? Yeah, throw that whole concept in the trash. Netero spent decades perfecting his technique. Meruem was born last Tuesday, and he's already the most dangerous thing on the planet. The fight seems hopeless, but here's where it gets wild. Netero literally says, you know what? I can't beat you, so I'm taking us both out. And he does it with a nuke hidden inside his own heart. The king of the chimera ants, the supposedly perfect being, gets checkmated by human malice weaponized. This fight proved that in Hunter x Hunter, being the strongest doesn't mean you win. It redefined what victory even means and turned the arc's final act into a tragedy instead of a triumph. Number 9 is the battle that literally symbolizes the end of an era. All Might versus All for One, Round 2. Here's the thing, we knew All Might was running on fumes. We knew he was past his prime. But watching him go plus ultra one final time against the villain who killed his mentor, that's not just a fight, that's a passing of the torch moment. The United States of Smash isn't just an attack, it's All Might using the last embers of One for All to punch the concept of evil so hard it goes into a coma. And then, he's done. The symbol of peace retires on live television. Society loses its number one hero, villains get emboldened, and suddenly the entire world of My Hero Academia shifts from heroes always win to, oh no, we're on our own now. Everything that happens after, the Paranormal Liberation War, the fall of Hero Society, it all traces back to this moment. Number 8 gets dark. Guts versus Griffith, the duel that ended a friendship and started a literal hell on earth. These two were brothers in arms. Griffith was the dream, Guts was the muscle. But when Guts decides to leave and find his own path, Griffith can't handle it. They fight, Guts wins, and then Griffith's ego shatters like cheap glass. This loss breaks Griffith so completely that it leads directly to the eclipse, one of the most traumatic events in anime history. He sacrifices the entire band of the Hawk to become a literal demon god. One sword fight, one loss, and suddenly we go from a medieval war story to a dark fantasy nightmare where our protagonist loses everything. This fight didn't just change Berserk's story, it detonated it and rebuilt it as a revenge tragedy. Number 7 is going to hurt your heart. Luffy versus Usopp. And yes, I know, this seems random compared to world-ending battles, but stick with me. The Going Merry is dying. Usopp can't accept it. Tense, he challenges Luffy to a duel, and for the first time in One Piece, we watch the crew break apart from the inside. Luffy doesn't want to fight. Usopp is completely outmatched, but they both fight anyway because sometimes friendship means respecting someone enough to take them seriously, even when it's destroying you both. Luffy wins, but nobody celebrates. Usopp leaves. And One Piece teaches us that the Grand Line doesn't just test your strength, it tests whether your bonds can survive the weight of your dreams. This fight made the Straw Hats earned, not guaranteed. Number 6 is where things get cosmically stupid in the best way possible. Simon versus the Anti-Spiral, the fight that literally drills through the concept of impossibility. Gurren Lagann starts with a kid in an underground village fighting with a small robot. By the final fight, they're throwing galaxies at each other. Not galaxy-sized attacks, actual galaxies. The anti-spiral represents the universe telling humanity, know your place. It's the ultimate nihilism, the idea that hope and evolution are dangerous. And Simon, He says screw that and punches through it with pure spiral power and determination. This fight isn't just important to Gurren Lagannon's story, it's the point of the story. It's proof that willpower and belief can overcome any predetermined fate. It turned an already hype show into a philosophical statement about human potential delivered via giant robot fists. We're hitting the top 5, and number 5 is the moment Attack on Titan said everything you thought you knew? Yeah, forget it. Eren versus Reiner in Liberio. For seasons, we've been rooting for Eren to kill the Titans and save humanity. Then he shows up in Marley, transforms in the middle of a civilian district, and starts a massacre. And we're like, wait, are we the baddies now? This fight completely flips the narrative. Suddenly, the scouts are the invaders. Eren is the one causing collateral damage. Reiner, who we used to hate, becomes sympathetic because he's just trying to protect his home from the protagonist. Everything after this, the rumbling, the alliance, the ending, it all stems from this battle, proving that Attack on Titan was never a simple story of good versus evil. It's a tragedy about cycles of violence, and this fight locked Eren's path to the darkest timeline. At number 4 is the fight that defined what it means to be Hokage before Naruto got the hat. Naruto versus Pain. Pain demolished the Hidden Leaf, killed Kakashi, killed Jiraiya before this, pinned Naruto to the ground, and then Hinata confesses her love and gets stabbed right in front of him. Naruto loses it. We get the Nine-Tails rampage, and for the first time since we've known him, Naruto is actually scary. This isn't our goofy protagonist anymore. This is a weapon of mass destruction. But here's the real kicker. After his dad brings him back, Naruto chooses to talk to Pain. He understands his pain, refuses revenge, and breaks the cycle of hatred that's defined the entire ninja world. This fight made Naruto the hero of the village through strength and wisdom. It proved he wasn't just Minato's son or the Nine-Tails host. He was his own person who could change the world. Everything he does later, including befriending Sasuke and ending the war, stems from what he learned fighting Pain. The top 3, baby. And number 3 is the fight that changed Shonen forever. Goku versus Frieza on Namek. Frieza kills Krillin, Goku's best friend since childhood, gone. And then it happens. The hair turns gold, the eyes turn green, and the legend becomes real. The Super Saiyan transformation isn't just cool, it's the blueprint that every shonen power-up has copied since 1991. New hair color? Check. Emotional trigger? Check. I'm going to beat you now energy? Double check. But beyond the memes about Namek's 5-minute explosion timer, seriously, this fight changed Dragon Ball fundamentally. It shifted from martial arts adventures to cosmic-level battles. Goku went from a strong fighter to a literal god-tier warrior, and the power scaling has never been the same since. Every colored hair form, every final form villain, every friendship-powered power-up in anime, they're all standing on Super Saiyan's shoulders. This is the moment that defined modern shonen. Number 2 is the culmination of 15 years of storytelling. Naruto versus Sasuke, the final battle at the Valley of the End. This isn't just a fight, it's the answer to the question the series has been asking since episode 1. Can you save someone who doesn't want to be saved? Can love overcome hatred? They use everything, every jutsu, every strategy, every ounce of chakra, exhausted but determined, and when they've both lost an arm and can't even stand anymore, amazed, they still keep fighting with their bare hands. Sasuke finally admits defeat, not because Naruto was stronger, but because he realizes Naruto never gave up on him. Their fight ends the cycle of Indra and Asora's hatred that's plagued the ninja world for centuries. This fight resolved the entire series' central conflict. Naruto proved that his way, bonds, understanding, never giving up, was the right path. Hopefully, the ninja world enters an era of peace because two kids refuse to let go of their friendship. And number one, the fight that changed not just One Piece, but the entire landscape of modern shonen, dramatic. Luffy versus Kaido. Luffy fights Kaido multiple times, gets one shot in their first encounter, trains, learns advanced haki, fights again, gets knocked out of his Gear 4th. Most protagonists would win by now, not Luffy. Emphasizing scale, this isn't a 1v1 in an empty field. This is an entire war on a flying island full of thousands of fighters, while Kaido is fighting like 15 different people before Luffy even gets back up for round 3. Then what? Legendary Gear 5.
Luffy's devil fruit isn't just rubber. It's the legendary sun god Nika fruit. The Gum Gum fruit was a myth. The world government has been hunting this power for 800 years, and Luffy awakens it in the middle of the final battle. Gear 5 completely changes One Piece's power system. It changes Luffy's destiny. It recontextualizes the entire series from Chapter 1. Why did the government want that fruit so badly? Who is Luffy really? Luffy defeats the strongest creature in the world, awakens a god-tier devil fruit, liberates an entire country, and proves he's a real contender for Pirate King. This fight elevated One Piece from great shonen to generational masterpiece and gave us one of the most jaw-dropping power-ups in anime history. The raid on Onigashima isn't just the climax of a saga, it's the moment One Piece fans have been waiting literal decades for, and it was worth every single minute. And there you have it, 10 fights that didn't just entertain us, they defined their entire series and changed the course of anime storytelling forever. Did I miss your favorite game-changing battle? Is Gon versus Patu sitting in your comments section right now, furious that it didn't make the cut? Let me know below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more anime content, and hit the notification bell because we've got more videos coming that'll blow your mind. Thanks for watching, and remember, in anime, the fights don't just decide who's stronger, they decide who we become.